Target 1. Observe physical changes such as changes in state and chemical changes such as cooking, burning, rusting, and decaying. In 5th grade, we will investigate two kinds of changes that matter can go through. The first is a physical change. The most common kinds of physical changes that matter undergoes in 5th grade science is a change in state. Water changing in state from a solid to a liquid to a gas, and back and forth between those states is a physical change. Water is still water, whether it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Water is always colorless, odorless, transparent, and has the same mass regardless of volume. These are the physical changes in state. The other category of change that we study in 5th grade science are chemical changes. The most common kinds of chemical changes that we will investigate in 5th grade science are cooking, burning, rusting, and decaying. Let's make sure that we're all on the same page about something. In 5th grade, you do not need to be able to identify a change as physical or chemical. You simply need to be able to describe what happens to a material that goes through a physical change or a chemical change. And that's what we'll focus on. Let's also discuss a very common misconception about physical and chemical changes. Very often it is taught that chemical changes are reversible and chemical changes are not. This is not a valid statement. Cutting a piece of paper in half is a physical change. You have changed an observable physical property of the paper, its shape. But you can't reverse that change. You can't put the paper back in its original shape. Tape and glue don't count. Chemical changes are reversed all the time. You're doing it right now. There, you just did it again. Every time you take a breath, your body changes oxygen into carbon dioxide. That is a chemical change. Thank goodness that plants change carbon dioxide back into oxygen that we can use. There'd be no life on Earth at all if chemical changes were not reversible. That's called the carbon cycle, by the way, and it's a big part of 7th grade science. We'll take a look at some common chemical changes: cooking, burning, rusting, and decaying. We have already investigated the changes in state of water in other units, so you should be fairly comfortable with that.